French tea biscuits or double chocolate chip cheesecake?
You have to ask. It's like Monopoly, isn't it?
Cheesecake?
Our lives. Daryl and Chris have gone directly to jail. Dorian's been chucked out of Mayfair. And we're back at Go, trying to throw a six.
Are you the dog or the old boot?
We're prisoners' wives all over again. Is that deja vu? Have we done that already? You know what's weird?
Moira Stewart always wearing that horrible brooch.
You and Dor were set for life. Rich hubby, great house, top of the range bog roll. While I was stuck with the serial loser in the docile time forgot.
Get to the point, Shal.
Well, I'm sticking by my man and you two aren't. And call me stupid, but I thought when Marcus chucked Dorian out, we'd see less of her.
You're stupid.
But there you are, ever present, like the fart that follows you into the car.
Staying with Mummy is driving me mad. I had 2 fillings and a bikini wax yesterday just to get out the house.
Is this the gear I'm going to get my leg over in, Dor?
A sad old bag coming apart at the seams. Oh, no offence, Dor.
I have got a complete set of Louis Vuitton pigskin cruise luggage. And how do I salvage the remnants of my life in bin bags? How dare Marcus throw me out? He made me feel like a contestant on Supermarket Sweep. My cleaner watches it.
Well, there's the sleeve. Where's the rest of it?
So how does this rate on the old pull-o-meter then, Dor?
I do think you should exercise some caution, Tracy.
See what you mean.
Does the phrase pot calling the kettle black ring any bells?
Is this really a sensible way to move on with your life? I mean, I know Daryl let you down, but...
Let me down? Listen, Dor, I waited for him, faithfully. I never so much as looked at another bloke.
Oh, yeah?
OK, so I looked.
Yeah?
I even had the occasional ogle.
Yeah.
Remember that bloke at the greengrocer's with the jeans, but you wanted to stick your finger through the hole?
He weren't at the greengrocer's.
He was.
I waited because I promised. I waited and I waited and I sod him waited. And the loser couldn't keep his nose clean for 5 minutes.
And he ripped us off into the bargain.
And now he's back inside where he belongs. Next time he comes out, I hope it's on a Zimmer frame. I have been parked in a lay-by for 7 years. Now it's time to live life in the fast lane.
Well, as long as you clunk click every trip.
I fail to see how you can regain your self-esteem and faith in humanity by, as you so fragrantly put it, strumping everything with a pulse.
Oh, I remember that one, Dor. First time you wore it, I thought you'd adopted puppies.
Oh, yeah, and that waiter poured blue cheese dressing into my handbag because he couldn't take his eyes off her fruit knees.
Here, you want to hold on to that one, Dor. Stop them dragging along the ground as you walk.
This should do. So, you two coming to the rugby club disco with me on Saturday or not?
So, you want to write 20 different letters?
No, I want to write 20 identical letters, but to 20 different people, and make it look as if I've just written to them. Each, separately. Look, how does this sound? I want to get the tone right. Dear Lord Longford, Michael Howard, Anthea Turner, whoever, I am the wife of Christopher Theodopolopoulos, an innocent man who has been wrongly imprisoned for a crime he did not commit. No, really this time. Please support my fight to clear his nose. His name. I respect your strong principles and wish you were still presenting the lottery. Well, that bit's just for Anthea, obviously. Yours in the struggle for truth and justice, Sharon Theodopolopoulos. P.S. All donations gratefully received. Well, what do you think? So I don't want to give too much away in case I let on that he's a thieving toe rag. Except this time he ain't.
Yeah, unlike my dad, who couldn't go straight if you gave him a ruler. How can he do it, Sharon?
Because he was born to it, love. Because he doesn't know any better. Because when God was giving out common sense, your dad was in the queue learning how to catch peanuts in his mouth.
I tried to respect him, I really did. Even though he fancies Virginia Bottomley, and he put ketchup all over my wild mushroom risotto, and he's a git. But dads are supposed to be like that, it's their job. I mean, I might have respected him if he'd been a clever villain, but he's so useless he couldn't even break into a jar of coffee.
Virginia Bottomley. Kinky.
It's all right for you. You knew Chris would end up back inside. He likes the gravy. But I thought Dad'd stay out of trouble, like for Mum and me.
Forget about him. He's a lost cause, like West Ham. So, what do I do now, then?
Well, first, you got to turn it on.
Tracy?
Sharon?
What? You're undressing them with your eyes. You're practically down to the Y-fronts on that one over there.
I had them off him ages ago.
I know I've been rather brazen in my time. At least I'd never goose a man until we've been formally introduced.
I'm Tracy. Nice to meet you.
Remember that bloke in the cab who used to fondle you by the fruit machine? You hated that.
That was different. I was a married woman then.
You still are.
In name only. My passport may say Mrs. Darryl Stubbs, but my heart says, oh, look at the lunchbox on that one. Don't get many of them to the pound.
Well, if you are going to live life in the fast lane, at least you've got a decent range of motors to test drive.
Yeah.
If you like the collective IQ of a sponge, I suppose they hold a certain charm.
If I found him in my bed, I'd give him 24 hours to get out.
Also, if he was tied to the bedstead with a pair of my tights, he'd never get out.
I'd like to propose a toast to the 3 R's: retaliation, retribution, and revenge. On Marcus, Darryl,
And British so-called justice.
Oh, my mother gave me life. But promise me, if I turn into her, you'll have me humanely put down.
You won't feel a thing.
You should have heard her tonight. Where are you going? When will you be home? Don't forget to double lock the front door. Why are your hands round my throat?
When a mother cares, it shows.
I have to get out. I want my house back. Haven't I suffered enough?
Oh, yeah. Marcus was dead unreasonable, chucking you out of his house after he found you with his business partner.
What's done is done. Water under the bridge. But while we are pointing the finger, he's the one that spawned a little Marcus with that dreary Geraldine. What's she got that I haven't got?
You're Marcus. Only he doesn't know, you know.
I know he doesn't know. I would know if he knew I knew, you know, wouldn't you?
No? So what's the plan? Get Scylla and go round and shout surprise, surprise through the letterbox?
Well, there are 2 ways of letting him know I am aware of his sleazy, secret life. 1, the rational, civilised way. And 2, the spiteful, petulant way. I choose my moment, then wallop. I drop him in it so deep only his hair weave will show.
I should go to the rescue.
Oh, I think Tracy can look after herself.
It's not Tracy I'm worried about.
Look, I'm sorry I didn't phone last night. 10 pence for a mother's peace of mind. Absolutely, Mummy. Cheap at the price. Look, I'm sorry the front door was unlocked, all right? Is your Capi di Monte intact? Are there New Age travellers squatting in your den? So no harm done, then. Look, I've got to go. Sharon drank too much last night. Yes, that's why I stayed over, to look after her.
Dorian, the cockroaches are stampeding again.
Absolutely, Mummy. Getting drunk is so common. Yes, I'll see you later. 12:30. 12:31 at the absolute latest. Yes, yes, yes. I love you too, Mummy. Oh, tell me, Sharon, how did this happen?
Maybe that 6th bottle of wine you drank was off.
How can I, a dynamic, self-assured woman with 47 pairs of Italian handmade shoes and a stomach so fat you can eat peas off it, how can I be living with my mother?
Don't they roll into your belly button?
Tell me, how?
Well, nothing lasts forever, Dor. Happiness, security, Eldorado.
If I play my cards right, staying with Mummy could be a temporary blip. Geraldine has invited me to tea this afternoon. Now, fingers crossed, the sight of me will give Marcus a heart attack and then I'll have my house back.
Good night.
What are you watching?
Oprah Winfrey. It's all about seduction techniques for the 90s.
Has she covered prancing about on a pool table showing you drawers to a room full of rugby players?
I was doing my Tina Turner.
You were doing my head in. I was the only one in the room who didn't know where to look.
What's the big deal? You know why I went to the rugby club, do? And it weren't to discuss the quality of Jeremy Guscott's tackle. No, I wouldn't have minded.
I don't like you like this, Trace. You remind me of me.
Test drive a new car, you said. Try out a clutch, you said. Get your top down, you said. Well, I did, and I feel great.
I thought you'd just have a bit of a dance, bit of a snog, get some colour back into your cheeks.
I did, with knobs on, and it has.
You were careful.
No, I banged my knee on his handbrake. It's an half hurt.
I'm going to smack you in a minute. Did you take precautions? Did he wear a condom?
I'm not stupid, Sharon. I've drummed it into Garfie's head enough.
Yeah, but the last time you were out on the pool, Elvis was still alive.
And who decided 3 condoms in a packet was enough? When he got 'em out.
What is it?
When he gets out, me and Shal were just discussing her campaign to get Chris out, weren't we, Shal?
Amongst other things.
Oh, did you get any reply from any of those letters?
Edwina Curry sent a signed photo, and Alan Titchmarsh had a cure for leaf rot. Apart from that, not a sausage.
What now?
I'm thinking of starting a major graffiti campaign. Christopher Theodopolopoulos is innocent. On big walls, obviously.
What you need is proper news coverage on the telly.
Oh, yeah, they're all fighting over me. Paxman, Dimbleby, Mrs Merton.
Look, we get a few TV producers in the restaurant. I can sound them out if you like.
Oh, could you, Garth? That'd be great.
Yeah.
He's a good boy, your Garthy.
Yeah, which is why I don't want him to know about last night.
Oh, you couldn't bear it if you thought that both his parents were plonkers, eh?
Oh, so you've never come home at dawn with your hair all tangled in your tights and your handbag?
I've never behaved like a pooed one heat. Much. And if I did it for me, not to get back at someone else. But don't worry, Trace. Your secret's safe with me. Mum's the tart. I mean, word.
Lovely fruitcake. Where did you buy it?
It's homemade. Marcus says that as soon as he tried my Victoria sandwich, he knew it was love. Isn't that silly?
Mind-numbingly.
Do you bake, Sharon?
Do I bake? Oh, yes. I'm always whipping up delicious, baked things.
Apparently, Marcus's first wife was useless in the kitchen. She said, if God had wanted women to cook, he wouldn't have invented caterers.
Or frozen lasagna. Where is Marcus, anyway? I'm dying to meet him.
He should be here any time. He said he had a business meeting, but I think he's lying.
Ah, well, you had to find out he was a devious little snake sooner or later.
Aren't they all? No, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I dropped a hint about what I wanted him to get me.
Jewellery, nice little sports car, fortnight in the Maldives.
Some really lovely table mats with cats on them. I love cats.
I just thought if I could speak to Richard and Judy direct, they might warm to me as a feisty yet lovable cockney who has single-handedly taken on the British judicial system. Well, you know, the kind of old cobblers they churn out. Hello? Hello? Oh, that's charming, that is. OJ's right up their street, but not some poor sod a couple of miles up the M11. I smell conspiracy. I smell cover-up. I smell onions. You do chips with that?
Well, I think it's great fighting for him, aren't you, Sharon? I wish I felt like that about Dad. But how can I respect a parent who tells me to behave, do the right thing, and then does the complete opposite? Don't you reckon, Mum?
Do you want some more courgettes chopped, Garth?
Yeah, but it's not always that simple, is it, Garth? I mean, Chris was usually a scumbag, but this time he wasn't. It's like someone else could be squeaky clean for years and then all of a sudden do the dirty. Only they're too stupid to see it. Don't you reckon, Trace?
Yeah, but they're not as bad as envious hypocrites who tell people to go for it and then slag them off when they do. Don't you reckon, Shal?
Yes, speaking. Garth Stubbs? Oh, yes. Yes, right. But I may be able to squeeze you in. Yes, I'll have to dump Terry Waite, but I think I'll be able to manage that. OK, then. Bye. Oh, Garth, you little darling. Here, Trace, can I borrow that white blouse of yours? The one that makes me look like Ulrika Jolson. I'm going to be on the telly, thanks to Garthy. I mean, it's only cable, but it's a start, isn't it? They're going to send a car. See? They cannot silence Sharon, the truth, Theodopolopodus, not while justice is on trial. Blimey, that was quick. I was going to shave my legs. Trace! Trace, it's for you! La 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 la.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
Do you know, all the way here, I kept thinking, what if this is a really, really bad idea, Daft, eh?
I'm just surprised, that's all.
What, that I'm even more gorgeous in daylight? Love to. Milk, no sugar. Thank you for asking.
So how did you find me?
You left the minicab number on the table. I asked where they'd dropped you off.
They allowed to tell you?
Well, they'll tell you anything for 2 cans of special brew and a pack of fags.
So why are you here?
You dropped your lottery ticket on the bedroom floor. I was worried that it couldn't be you without it.
It's 3 weeks old.
So, I can't be after your millions.
Joe.
You remember my name? That's something, I suppose.
Of course I do. What'd you take me for? Second thought, you better not answer that.
Oh, there's Marcus. Now, not a word about the table mats.
I'm sure we have far more interesting topics to cover. I feel we have a lot in common.
There's my little cuddle pumpkin.
In here! Sharon's come for tea. I'll make some fresh tea while you get acquainted with Sharon.
Have some fruitcake, Marcus. Absolutely delicious. Homemade. So, you've been together for 3 years. Can't have been lust at first sight, not with those teeth of hers. She must have missed you when you were away on all those interminable business trips to New York, Hong Kong. Chigwell.
That vein started twitching in your forehead again. You're going to spoil everything, aren't you?
You dare to accuse me of adultery and deceit?
And what about handcuffing my business partner to our living room door, huh? What was he doing? Looking for woodworm?
You've been here with her playing Cardigan Man.
I'm not playing at anything.
You'll be telling me next you're happy with your semi-detached life and your homemade fruitcake and your teak veneer hostess trolley.
I am happy. Completely and utterly. Geraldine will give up her life for me. You wouldn't even give up your sunbed.
I suit a tan, what can I tell you?
What is my happiness to you, hmm? Nothing that you can't ruin with a well-aimed stiletto right through here. Well, go on. Have your fun. Get your kicks. Tell her everything.
Tea's nearly ready.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I seem to have a migraine. Could you tell Geraldine I had to go? I'm sure you can sound convincing. God knows you've fooled her about everything else.
You're going.
Do you think if I baked fruitcake, we might still be together? Goodbye then, Marcus. Have a nice life.
Yeah!
Marcus! I seem to have mislaid my keys to my house in Chigwell. Where can they possibly have got to? If you'd bought me table mats, I'd have divorced you years ago.
What's the big deal? We saw each other, we fancied each other, we clicked.
Is that what they call it these days?
It's just we did everything in the wrong order. I mean, I know what colour knickers you wear. But, well, everyone at the rugby club knows what colour knickers you wear. But I don't know how you rate Simply Red or salt and vinegar crisps or what you have for breakfast and... Well, I wouldn't mind finding out.
We could just meet up and, you know, click again.
Is that what you want?
Don't you?
Look, I really want to see you again, but...
Well, that's settled then. But don't come here anymore, it's a bit awkward. Give us your phone number and I'll come to your place, all right?
Just like that.
I knew you'd understand.
I don't.
Of course you do. It's just sex, isn't it? No more, no less. A click's just a click. Joe, this is my Garth. Garth, this is Joe. He's
just going. He got the wrong end of the stick.
Who was that?
No one.
Don't tell me. Dad owes him money and he's putting the squeeze on you.
It's got nothing to do with your dad. Well, in a roundabout, indirect kind of way, I suppose it has. But this is one thing I can't really blame your dad for. Not really. Not if I'm honest. Not in my art of arts.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
He's just someone I met and we, clicked.
No, still, as long as you didn't sleep with him.
Why shouldn't I? Well, not that I'm saying I did, but I mean, I've got needs like anyone else.
Do you want to talk about it?
I feel funny. You're my son.
Oh, and I don't.
But what am I going to do, Garth? It hurts so much.
Yeah, me too.
I trusted your dad. He was going to serve his time, come home, and we was going to live happily ever after. When does the pain go away?
I don't know. But I do know one thing. Dad stabbed us in the back, right?
Right.
So we can't just go around pretending nothing happened. We need time to heal. We're walking wounded.
You've been watching Oprah and all, haven't you?
Whatever you do's fine with me, Mum.
I love you, Marmee. I love you, Jim Bob.
Up yours, we're bonding.
Well, how do I look?
Very old, Rika.
Oh, God, Trace, they're here. Trace, I can't do it. I've got stage fright. Trace, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, Trace.
All right, it's all right, I'm coming with you.
Don't forget to set the video, Garth.
Auntie's here to tell us all about her double tragedy. Sharon Theo Popolop. Welcome to Active TV, London's only news and topless snooker channel.
Hello, Brittany.
Now, you have a very painful story to tell us, haven't you? About about your husband, Theodore Hops, and the toll it has taken on you.
That's right, Brittany. My husband Chris has been the victim of a cruel miscarriage
And
of
how
justice.
do you feel?
Betrayed by the system. He's in prison for a crime he did not commit.
Has the stress affected your weight? It must have. A criminal's wife and fat. Now, which of these two tragedies do you find the hardest to deal with?
But he's innocent. That's why I'm here, to tell you all
Thank
about...
you, Sharon Theo Lotterflops. And now, have you ever wondered what Soho strippers do on their day off? Active TV has the lowdown on the five-a-side footy for the girls who get their kit off.
But I haven't had a chance to tell people how they can get in touch with me if they want to support my campaign. You can fax me on 0181 505 5028.
Get that, everyone? Now let's go over to Scott live from Hackney Marshes.
Is that it? 5 minutes with a talking Q-tip while the airball mucks about behind me?
Good old headline now. Active TV's finger on the pulse.
I'm trying to fill my finger on.
Still waiting for us in Hackney Marshes. Scotty, can you hear me, Scotty? Keep me up, Scotty.
Why didn't you stop me?
I tried. Me, 2 cameramen and a bloke from security. But you were waving that fire extinguisher.
My one chance and I blew it. I assaulted a man dressed as a dog on live TV. What's so funny?
I'm back.
I mean, what's Chris going to think?
I'm back home. Marcus and I came to an agreement.
He's going to think I've let him down.
I'm living next door again.
He'll think you care enough to fight a 6-foot poodle for him.
Welcome home, Dorian.
I thought you were terrific. There's about 10 faxes coming through.
Well, that was probably the entire audience.
We really missed you, Dorian.
What'd they say?
You are the anchor in our otherwise choppy sea, Dorian.
Yeah, this one says, good for you, Sharon.
For standing by my man.
No, congratulating you for nutting Headline Hound. They loved you.
So much for them identifying with my quest for justice.
This one says he'll give you a £1,000 donation if you duff up Mr. Blobby.
He's on.
Or 2,000 if you duff up Noel Edmonds.
I'll do that for nothing. What'll I